Scientists discovered something shocking about your brain. It's constantly playing tricks on you, shaping your reality without you even knowing it. Hidden in plain sight. These cognitive biases and mental shortcuts influence every decision, every memory, and every perception you have. Your brain, an incredibly complex organ weighing about 3 pounds, processes an estimated 11 million bits of information per second, but can only consciously handle about 40. To cope, it creates mental shortcuts, or heuristics, which are often efficient but sometimes lead to fascinating, sometimes hilarious, and often impactful errors in judgment. Get ready to have your mind blown by how your own mental machinery operates. First up, ever notice how you only see what you want to see? That's the confirmation bias at play. This isn't just a casual observation. It's a deeply ingrained tendency where we actively seek out, interpret, and remember information in a way that confirms our pre-existing beliefs or hypotheses. For example, if you believe a certain political party is corrupt, you'll disproportionately notice and recall news stories that support that idea, while conveniently overlooking evidence to the contrary. Studies show people spend significantly more time engaging with content that aligns with their current views, effectively creating a powerful echo chamber in their minds and online feeds. Next, imagine you're negotiating a price. The very first number mentioned, even if it's ridiculously high or low, tends to anchor the entire discussion. This is the anchoring effect. It's a powerful cognitive bias where an individual's first exposure to a number or value disproportionately influences their subsequent judgments and decisions. For instance, car dealerships often start with a high sticker price, knowing it will make any subsequent, slightly lower offer seem more reasonable. Even irrelevant numbers, like a random number spun on a wheel, have been shown to influence people's estimates for unrelated quantities, proving just how susceptible our minds are to this initial anchor. Ever met someone completely incompetent, yet brimming with unshakable confidence? Or perhaps you felt like an imposter despite your achievements? Welcome to the Dunning-Kruger effect. This bias illustrates that individuals with low ability at a task often overestimate their competence significantly, while highly competent individuals tend to underestimate theirs, leading to a false sense of superiority among the less skilled. Research shows that roughly 90% of drivers believe they are above average, a statistical impossibility. It's a stark reminder that true expertise often comes with a healthy dose of humility, while ignorance can breed unwarranted confidence. Prepare to be amazed by the sheer power of your mind over your body. The placebo effect? This incredible phenomenon demonstrates that simply believing a treatment will work can trigger actual physiological changes, even if the treatment itself is inert, like a sugar pill or a saline injection. In clinical trials, placebos have been shown to be effective in reducing pain, depression, and even symptoms of Parkinson's disease, with some studies reporting pain relief rates of up to 30% or more. Your brain, through its vast neural networks and chemical interactions, can literally heal you just by expecting to be healed. It's mind-blowing how powerful belief truly is. What if I told you your memories aren't reliable recordings, but rather flexible, reconstructive narratives? That's the unsettling truth about false memories. Our brains don't store memories like video files. Instead, they reconstruct them each time we recall an event, making them highly susceptible to distortion, suggestion, and even complete fabrication. Pioneering research by psychologist Elizabeth Loftus has shown how easily false memories can be implanted. From recalling non-existent childhood events like getting lost in a mall, to influencing eyewitness testimony in criminal cases. This vulnerability of memory has profound implications for legal systems and personal narratives, reminding us that what we remember isn't always what truly happened. Ever wonder how subtle cues can unconsciously steer your behavior? That's priming at work. Priming refers to the phenomenon where exposure to one stimulus influences a response to a subsequent stimulus, without conscious guidance or intention. For example, studies have shown that people exposed to words related to politeness are less likely to interrupt a conversation, while those exposed to words related to money tend to be more self-reliant and less helpful. This happens below your conscious radar, meaning your environment. The words you read, or even the images you briefly see, can subtly influence your thoughts, feelings, and actions in surprising ways. Why are we often more afraid of plane crashes than car accidents? Even though car accidents are statistically far more common, this is the availability heuristic. Our brains tend to overestimate the likelihood of events that are easily recalled or vivid in our memory, often because they've recently been reported in the news or are emotionally striking. Dramatic, rare events like plane crashes get extensive media coverage, making them more available in our minds, leading us to perceive them as more frequent or probable than they actually are. This bias can skew our risk assessments and lead us to make irrational decisions based on sensationalized information rather than actual data. Consider two identical products, one labeled 90% fat-free and another 10% fat. Which one sounds healthier? Most people would choose the first, even though they're exactly the same. This is the framing effect. It's a cognitive bias where people react to a particular choice in different ways depending on how it is presented or framed, whether as a loss or as a gain. Marketers, politicians, and even doctors routinely use framing to influence decisions, highlighting positive aspects or downplaying negatives to steer your perception. It demonstrates that our decisions aren't always based on objective facts, but heavily on the context and presentation of information. But here's the crazy part. Every single one of these biases and mental shortcuts applies to you. It's not about intelligence or education. It's simply how the human brain is wired to process information efficiently. From the way you interpret news to how you make purchasing decisions. These psychological phenomena are constantly at play, shaping your reality without your conscious awareness. The only way to truly fight these inherent biases and make more rational choices is to acknowledge they exist within you, and actively question your assumptions and perceptions. So, next time you feel strongly about something, ask yourself, is this truly my thought? Or has my brain played a trick?